Hey, I am Ethan Benge. I'm a digital marketer. I have been freelancing for about 3 years now, two of which have been full-time, mainly thanks to FreeUp. I've been with FreeUp for about 2 years, where I offer my digital marketing services. More specifically, that's focused around SEO. Um, and I absolutely love the platform. I'm here to answer a couple questions. Sort of kind of what I touched on here at the beginning of the video. I offer digital marketing services, and that includes consulting, mainly for small businesses. I like to spend all my time with small businesses. That's where my kind of my niche and specialty is. I offer most of my services are through SEO, but I also offer website design through Wix, which is what I focus on most. Um, I love the platform for Wix because it's awesome for small business owners. It gives them all of the editing, design, and SEO capabilities they need to get started as a small business. But it's not necessarily as complicated as WordPress can be for somebody that is new to running a business online, and that's pretty essential. Make it easy for small business owners to get that started right off the bat. As far as SEO goes, I offer a couple different packages for my clients. And this really just kind of depends on what their needs, goals, and their budget is. My full SEO package usually, that includes things like creating backlinks, guest posts, citations, optimizing their website, and then I have as small as a package is just creating a couple blogs a month for them. So it kind of just really depends. So those are the services I offer for them. So I got my first client like super fast. I don't know if this is how everybody gets it when they first sign up for FreeUp. Obviously I can't speak for them, but when I first signed up a couple years ago, I literally my first client I had booked ready to go within a week. I signed up, went through the interview process. They did their test, made sure verified who I was and my skill sets and everything. And I'm pretty sure I applied for a job like that same day that everything was verified and I set up my profile. And I had an interview the next day, and I was working for the client within, first couple days, maybe 7 days at the max. It was pretty awesome. First and foremost, go above and beyond. Clients don't want, the same boring blanket freelance introduction. They would go to other platforms if they did. I'm not going to name those other competitors or whatnot, but I'm sure you guys know who they are. They blast you with a billion different freelancers. I'm not even kidding. I tried it out like a couple of years ago and I posted a job just to see what it was like. And I'm pretty sure I had like 50 people apply within like 10 minutes. It's crazy. Um, so you don't want to be thrown into a mix of 50 people. You'll never get the job, which is another reason I love FreeUp, and I'm sure we'll touch on that here pretty soon. But how do you land your first client? Go above and beyond, stand out from whoever else is, reaching out to that client for the same position. Reach out as soon as possible. As soon as you make that connection, you want to be the first one to reach out. And on top of that, you want to customize your introduction to every job request that you apply for. Obviously, I recommend, having a template to make it easier on yourself, but make sure that template is kind of editable so that you can kind of mix and match things to apply for your skill sets in those different positions. But you want to definitely customize it for every single job that you apply for. Explain to them how you're going to help them, how you're going to help them meet their goals, and just talk to them about it. Don't be shy either. Like, you're there, you're getting hired as an expert in your field. Tell them you're an expert in your field. Explain to them why you're the expert in your field and give them examples of your previous work and show that you really are the expert in the field. That's my best recommendation. Absolutely. I mean, FreeUp pretty much is what jump started me as a freelancer. As I said, in my introduction, I've been freelancing, for about 3, maybe 4 years now, but I've only been full time for the past 2 years since pretty much I signed up with FreeUp. I was part-time before and I just couldn't really get enough clients to make the full transition. It was just kind of like always a struggle. Those other platforms, again, I'm not going to mention, the competitor are just so insane, and the prices and just nothing matches and works out, and it's really hard to get new clients on there. But when I got signed up with FreeUp, it jump started me from part-time to easily going full-time. I mean, pretty much almost immediately I went full-time, because FreeUp, one, they provide you with hot leads. These are people that are ready to get you ready to start working on the project. They want you right away. Every time I get a client on FreeUp, almost every time they want me working within the first couple of days of me applying for the job, if not the same day. So you're getting hot leads, whereas some other platforms, they'll say they hire you and then you don't get work for like a month because they're behind on their stuff. FreeUps, when they got clients coming on, they're ready to go, which is awesome, because if you're applying for it, you want to get ready to get started as soon as possible. And all you have to do is show up and prove yourself. So it's a big part of how I went from freelancing part-time to full-time. I've had one minor one, and it was like at the very beginning when I first got signed up with FreeUp. I'm pretty sure it happened within the first month or 2 months. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. And basically what had happened was, I got the position from the client. I started working the project, and then out of nowhere, the client kind of just ghosted me. I didn't hear from them, no messages, no nothing. I never really found out what had happened. So I just went to FreeUp, and I don't know if they made contact with the client or not. But FreeUp covered all the costs of the work that I had done up into the moment of realizing that the freelancer had ghosted me. And that was that. They covered it, which is another reason I like FreeUp. They're kind of like a safety net with your clients. Whereas, if I had been working on my own, there would have been no safety net. I would not have been paid for the services that I performed up until that point. So that's the only time I've had an issue with a client. So thankfully, I've never had any, and that's, again, the clients that come onto the FreeUp platform looking for, freelancers, they've all been really great, which is great. I will send documents to my clients to fill out, and I like it in documents because then I can look back at it later and I can review the notes and what they said about exactly what I need to do in order to, complete the job to their satisfaction. So I'm going to use an SEO project, for example. I'm going to ask them, do you guys have done any SEO work before? Do you have any SEO analytics up until this point? Have you paid for any SEO services or done any of yourself beforehand? What are going to be your goals, long-term and short-term, for this SEO project? Stuff like that in the document that they'll fill out. And that's really going to help me understand where the project needs to go. And if you don't get those things done, the project can kind of fall apart pretty quickly. And then just another quick example would be a website design project. I'm going to ask them about their business listing, so their address, their phone numbers. I'm going to ask them about giving over their logos and designs that they already have. And I'm going to have it all neatly piled into a document. I usually use Google Docs because it updates live. They don't have to worry about sending it back, and you don't have to be a pain calling them, hey, did you fill out that document? And you can just see it live. So that's what I think the best way is to go over what you need to begin working with your clients. So one of my biggest suggestions, no matter what kind of niche you're in or what you're doing as a freelancer, whatever services you're offering, you got to use a project manager. There are so many platforms out there that you can use that are free, paid, whatever it is that you want to do, but no matter what, you got to use one. Right now, as just a basic one, compiling for all my clients to stay organized, I use Trello. It's free, super easy to use, and that's where I keep every project organized of what's going on, what dates of for what projects need to be done, certain files kept there for quick references, all that kind of stuff. It's super easy to use, so that's one I recommend. Obviously, there's a lot more extensive platforms out there. There's stuff like Basecamp. I can't think of any others off my top of my head, but if you do a quick Google, tons of them will pop up. And a lot of times clients are already using them as well. So it might be a good idea to familiarize yourself with several of the most popular ones. You know, I literally, I'm pretty sure I've used at least 15 different ones just because of what the clients are using. I'll just jump onto their platform. Most of them are kind of similar, so it's easy to jump on board and get to understand how to use it real quick once you get the first one done. So definitely start learning a platform and then keep all of your files, your clients, and everything organized on them. So FreeUp actually has a new chat system, which is really great. It's just a simple chat system on the website. I use it a lot with my clients. However, I do say that I probably use email as my main communication. Not all clients want to use chat system, some do. So really, most of the time, I leave it up to the clients or whatever they prefer. So it just depends. For example, you know, some of my clients that I work with actually a lot of digital marketing companies. They got a lot of projects going on, so they'll hire me on to come in and, you know, do an SEO project for them or create some content, whatever it is. And they're already using a platform such as Slack or Basecamp to communicate and deal with their projects. So I'll just jump on board with they'll invite me to their Slack and I'll just use that with them. But for me personally, I try to use email as my main communication and the FreeUp chat system. So I kind of touched a little bit on these things earlier. So number one, it's super easy. I mean, it is literally so easy. You just literally sign in, you go to the project board, and the projects are right there. And all you have to do is within like 3 clicks, you can apply for a position and provide, you know, a couple sentences of why you should be, you know, taking on that project. So it's super easy, nothing super lengthy. Number two, there's no outreach. You don't have to be sending out cold emails, making cold phone calls, spending hours looking for potential clients. It's all right there on the platform. You can take a quick look every morning or night or whatever it is, however often you want, and you can see if there's a job. If not, jump off and you're good to go. Number three, I said this earlier, they are hot leads. Every single time I've applied for a job and gotten it, I'm literally working with that client within 2 days. Number four, it saves a lot of time, as I kind of mentioned, about it being super easy. It saves me a ton of time, so I don't have to do all that cold calling or cold emails or spending hours looking on different platforms. And yeah, the clients always want to start immediately, which is great. So way better platform than some of the other competitors.